Peace family, Tiffany Hills popping in with a video. I wanted to talk about timeline is in my head. Timeline corrections. So what I've been experiencing lately, it's just been a very synchronistic type experiences I've been having, and spirit keeps coming to tell me you spot on, you dead on, you on your path, you doing what you're supposed to be doing, and all these things. So when I dropped my last video, just some amazing things have been happening, like, personal things to me that means big things. And so when you are on this little magical ride, and you start to slow down and you stop feeling like I gotta be doing this, I gotta do that, I gotta have all this action, when you know how to manifest, it comes through a lot of relaxing, a lot of being in the present moment, a lot of calm and peace. So I had an appointment just recently, and on my way to the appointment there was a car accident, and I was like, man, and I left at a time. I was kind of running behind, but I'm not one of those people who like to be late, so I was like kind of running behind, and already, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be late. So it was a car accident, so I had to take a detour. So took the detour, and I was probably about 10-15 minutes late for my appointment. And I do not like to be late, but I didn't really get bent out of shape. You know what I'm saying? It was the appointment, everything ran smooth or whatever. So after I left the appointment, I went to get Blue's Meat, the store I regularly go to. But I moved far away from it. I haven't found another butcher, so I go way over there to where I used to go. So in this, I'm getting order my meat or whatever, and so out of my peripheral, I see somebody who got, had some braids. I was like, oh, her braids look pretty, just from what I could see. I wasn't all on her grill or nothing. So I'm ordering my meat or whatever. And so somebody touched my shoulder and say, Tiffany. And I turn and I'm like, And it is one of my most favorite people in the world. This person has made such a profound impact in my life. She was sorry, I got a bunch of lip gloss, y'all. She has made such a profound impact on my life. Her name was Rosalind. So I'm like, Roz, and she was like, who I consider to be my very first friend. When I think about what friendship really is, you know what I'm saying, how people are genuine and how they do things from the heart. She taught me so much, and she was kind of like, she was like a big sister friend type thing. And so we hugged and we talked, and she's doing fantastic, looking fantastic. And then I got to thinking about on my way to the appointment, how everything was delayed with the car accident. And it was like, sometimes we think that, a delay or obstacle or a hindrance or something that we think should not be in the way, or something that was like, you have your plans and things that you want to do, and then certain things happen to kind of, make you take a detour, right? Had I not took that detour, had the accident not happened, I wouldn't have ended up in that space and time to where I could see my friend. And I can go on and on about Roz. Like, Roz was growing up like my big sister. She was kind of like a wild child at that time, so I felt like, I was the big sister. And so Roz, we ended up working at this warehouse, and Roz was really tough, you know what I'm saying, but she was like a teddy bear, you know what I mean. She had a heart of gold, and she was just very herself, very authentic, very and how certain people don't even when we're young, they don't want to fit in. I'm just me, you know what I'm saying. It is what it is, take it or leave it. And she was just very strong. And I remember one day we were I was kind of struggling, and we was like just starting our shift. She said, come here, Tiff, let me talk to you. And so we was talking or whatever, and she's like, well, God told me to give you this. And she put $50 in my hand. And I'm like, Roz, I can't take this from you. She's like, take it. This is, God told me to do this for you, and whatever. And to this day, I will never forget that. magical things always happen. I never told her all of this stuff, but magical things always happen when Roz was there. Like, she taught me how to plan stuff. We planned my sister's baby shower. She told me, she was like, listen, I'm not doing everything. And I just didn't know, you know, how to order cakes. I was young, you know what I'm saying? Order cakes and you know, do all the little decorations, like, you know. She's like, you know, she taught me how to be in my power. She taught me how to own my power. She taught me, when I quit that job, I didn't even, I don't think I didn't have a car, or my car was down or whatever. She was the one who came and picked me up, you know, when I quit that job. She was just always there. She was always, you know, she would tell you like you needed to be told. If you know, if you was in the wrong and wasn't in the right, she was gonna tell you that. She was just, and she is, you know what I'm saying? She was one of them people who just left like a profound, it is more than just an impact on my life, but more, she was like an angel to me, you know what I mean? And so to see her, of all the people I could have seen, like one of my favorite people in life, what? I'm just like without words. And so when I say the timeline corrections, it's so many things that when you are on your path, for those of us who would choose this, you know, path, and we're so far ahead, you know, like everybody, y'all, and now everybody's talking about, you know, working jobs just ain't for me, when you was just, you know what I mean, you the pioneer of that, and everybody like, just get a job. And it's just like, you don't understand, when you're on this path, it demands everything. And so when you're on this path and you make up your mind, like, okay, I got to walk by faith, and I have to use my gifts, talents, natural, supernatural abilities to get through, you know what I'm saying, each day. And so these are some of the gifts and rewards you get, you know what I'm saying, when you can meet back up in a space and time where both of y'all are good, both of us are doing well, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and we can, you know, come into a good vibration of, you know, balance. And I mean, it's just, I'm just very awed. I never in a million years expected to see Roz again. You know, she ended up moving away when we kind of lost contact, moved to another state, relocated, and was doing, you know, doing her thing. And so now, you know, it's just one of the biggest gifts to me. So I had texted her the next day, a quote or something, and so she sent me some pictures of a poem that I had wrote her. And I was just, you know, just extolling her as a mom, as a woman, as everything I'm saying to y'all, I said in the poem, pretty much. And she said, I've been from house to house, from, you know, relocated here and there, and this poem has always been with me. And so she was one of the very instrumental in getting me to read, you know, books. And she taught me more than she will ever know. You know what I'm saying? So, Roz, if you see this video, you know I love you. I appreciate you. I'm so glad that we crossed paths again. And everything happens for a reason, y'all. So when you start to see, you know, obstacles or detours or things that just kind of take you off your path because you got a certain plan, just know, let's look for the blessing. Look for the blessing. Slow down, calm down, relax, and things will just flow to you. They just come to you. So that's what I wanted to pop in with, y'all. In certain things in the timeline are correcting themselves when we can come back together with people, or some certain people who have, you know, done you wrong when you had chose to walk this path, and they're coming back to atone. You're getting gifts, you're getting rewards, you're getting your due. You're getting your due. And so that's the timeline corrections. So that's what I wanted to share with y'all. Yeah, so I'll be back with another video when I got something to say. Peace.